everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we have a cool little review. The Star Wars Titanium Series ship, the Invisible Hand, General Grievous's command ship. We saw it in Episode 3, the animated Clone Wars, I believe. We didn't see this exact ship, but we did see other Providence-class dreadnoughts in, I believe, the Clone Wars. And this particular ship was first seen in... what the hell is it? It's not even canon anymore. It's some book. Labyrinth of Evil, I believe. Fact check me on that. It's a book, and that's the first time we see this command ship. And huge fan of the CIS, Confederacy of Independent Systems. I think their ships are awesome. It reminds me a lot of the Rebels, how every ship is different. You have these, you have the Techno-Union ships, you have the Commerce Guild, the Bankers Clan, the Droid Federation ships. Just awesome how they all go together. Now, like I mentioned before, this is General Grievous' ship, and it was destroyed in the battle over Coruscant by a Republic attack cruiser. This bad boy. And also, Obi-Wan and Anakin had a lot to do with that also. So, we do have a lot to cover. We have a nice mold, a lot of good paint. Look at the stand, we'll measure it up, compare it to some other cool-looking ships, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. Now, starting off looking at this great mold, the ship itself has metal, which is this top here and the bottom, and we have this rubbery material, which is the tip here. I like to call it the beak, because it's like a bird. The observation tower is a little rubbery, and then this bottom piece is a little rubbery. And then, I guess plastic in here for the engines and interior of the model itself. But as we go in, we can see a bridge. Pretty nice. Now the ship is big, so we don't have any visible guns per se. Like even here where there should be two gigantic guns. It's not there, it's just that little box is detailed in there. But anywho, we have one of our bridges right there. And the detail on here, like we have a couple recesses. 1, 2, 3. A couple lines molded in. But on the whole, it's very organic. I wouldn't say it's like a Mon Calamari ship. But it has a bunch of bulges, I guess you could say. Like right here, where my finger is. We have some molded detail here. More bulges. Back here, if you ever played the second Battlefront game, I think this was a sensor thing back here. Then we have our engines. I know, it's pretty awesome. And those engines are detailed pretty nice also. I'm a big fan of this ship. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Now here, it's like a secondary bridge, I guess you could call it. Not much detail in the front, but on top, that's where it shines. We have some nice modules here. Nice little shapes going down the sides. And then we have our observation tower, which is molded pretty good. And you can see some lines on this bad boy, which is really nice. Okay, taking a look at this trench that goes from here all the way to the back, we can see that there is a little sculpt in it. It looks similar to a Star Destroyer up here with the little squares and rectangles. But back here there should be two guns. But there's not. There's a little shape right here. And then there's a bunch of rectangles going down. I guess you could say it's a shield door slamming shut. Now, for the bottom, we have our two screws. We have our peg port for a stand. Copyright crap. We have, look at it this way. We have our bottom tower right there, which looks pretty good. Always like that. And the detail on the bottom is really good. And I want to start looking at this section here. We have some lines here, some panels, great molding. I like these two sections that are like ribbed. This section's pretty cool. Some great details right here. More panel, should say lines. Coming up to this big section. In between the copyright crap, we have some nice stuff right here. Just real sharp. Again, the bottom of that tower. And then some lines back here, leading back to the engines. So all in all, the ship is really cool. And, that's just my opinion. I like bigger capital ships. It's always been my thing. Star Destroyers, these, the droid ships, anything goes in my book. And we are lucky to get a ship like this. So that does it for the mold. I think it's awesome, so let's take a look at the paint. Okay, for the paint, we have this nice black right here. And I mean black. And then we have some yellow, blue for the command center right there, the bridge. We have some black lines, that nice CIS blue they always use. Dark and light gray. And it looks like they hit it with a little tiny bit of black with an airbrush. And you can see it, it's sort of right here. Maybe it's a really light dark gray. I don't know how to describe it, but they definitely sprayed something on here. And the paint detail is great. You can see some little triangles there. Sort of like the details on the capital ships in the Clone Wars cartoon show. Then we have metallic silver. And that goes all the way up to the top. For the back, we have some nice tan, metallic silver, and yellow for the engines. Nice. And the bottom, it's the same with the blues and grays. So the paint here is really nice. So that does it for the paint. It is a really good job. So let's get it on a stand, measure it, compare it to some other ships, and then we'll be done. When measuring the Invisible Hand, this beautiful ship measures about 3 3/4 inches long. So it's a nice long vessel. Awesome. And just like other titanium ships, comes with an awesome stand. Peg the stand into port, and you're good to go. Size comparison, I have the Invisible Hand next to the Republic attack cruiser, the Venator, and also I have it next to the Trade Federation battleship, which I wish they would have continued and made all the Clone Wars ships, but this is basically all we got for the most part, and they go well together. And that does it for my review today of the 2006 Star Wars Titanium Invisible Hand. If you want to get technical, it's General Grievous's flagship in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Also, even more technical, it's the Providence-class Dreadnought. Well worthy of a Titanium series ship. I think they did a great job. The detail's good, the paint's good, stand's great. Now, when I got this, it was $6 or $7 at Target. However, they do not make this anymore, so you could get it on eBay or Amazon. If you have a good eye, you could probably get it cheap. But I don't know about that. I've seen these go for over $50 sometimes or more. So, that does it for my review. That's all I have to say. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more reviews every Thursday. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.